She bet 15 million pesos that Argentina would win the World Cup, and she lost absolutely everything. I bet 15 million pesos that Argentina would win. Argentina lost, Spain won, and just like that, I lost everything. Wow, that is incredibly brutal. This story is completely real, guys. She risked absolutely everything and walked away with nothing. An Argentine TikTok creator named Martina Méndez claims she actually used her credit card to bet 15 million pesos that Argentina would defeat Spain in the massive World Cup final. That 15 million Argentine pesos translates to roughly 174,500 Mexican pesos, or about 10,000 US dollars. Unfortunately for her, that massive gamble blew up right in her face. I put down 15 million pesos on Argentina to win it all. What an absolute disaster. A total tragedy. According to her, she made this wild decision after watching various tarot card readers on social media predict the outcome. They all predicted Argentina would take the trophy. Seriously, you cannot make this up. Her real dream was to win enough cash to build her own house. Now she is buried under a mountain of debt, begging her social media followers to rescue her. If 15,000 people just send me 1,000 pesos each, I will make it. If only life were actually that simple, right? Let us be completely honest here. I am not going to tell you how to live your life or forbid you from gambling. I get the appeal. If you want to place a bet, you are an adult, and you are entirely free to make your own choices. But whatever you do, whether it is betting or investing, do it responsibly. You should never, ever risk money that you cannot afford to lose. That is the golden rule of investing, and it goes double for sports betting. It was not even my own money. I did not have it saved up. I just linked my credit card to my Mercado Pago account and transferred the funds straight through the app. How on earth do you gamble with money you do not even have? It is honestly mind-blowing. So, I transferred the funds over to my brother's account, and he was the one who actually placed the bet. Oh my God. Yesterday was the national team's big match against Spain, and we completely blew it. Look, that is the game. Sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. Now, I have to settle the bill at the start of next month, just like any normal person paying off their credit card. 15 million pesos cash on the barrel, and I do not have a single dime to my name. The whole reason I did this was because I recently bought a piece of land, and that purchase wiped out all of my savings. In fact, we had to set up a payment plan, because we did not even have the full cash up front, but when this chance appeared, we felt we had to take it. An opportunity, she says. Let me be totally honest with you. She is not even close to the only person who did something this reckless. The only difference is that she posted her failure online and went viral. But I promise you, there are countless other people who have ruined their lives doing the exact same thing. And it is not just soccer, this happens in every sport imaginable. No, seriously, this is a very real epidemic. Anyway, my partner and I bought this land together, and we are paying it off in 60 installments, because finding a place to live these days is incredibly tough. At least here in Argentina, owning your own home feels impossible. But honestly, that is a global issue. It is a harsh reality for everyone right now. Most young adults cannot even afford to move out of their parents' house anymore. So, my logic was simple. If I bet those 15 million pesos and our national team won, the payout was going to be around 33 million. What was I thinking? We are going to win. There is absolutely no way we lose. We are going to win. I had so much blind faith that everything would work out. Oh my God, guys, listen to this. If I am being completely honest with you, looking at Argentina from my own perspective, I already had a strong feeling about how this match between Argentina and Spain would play out. The truth is, Spain had been absolutely dominating every single opponent in their path. Spain was, without a doubt, the absolute best team in the world. They conquered the Euro in 2024, made it all the way to the Nations League final in 2025, and were poised to capture a World Cup that they did indeed win in 2026. On the flip side, Argentina struggled heavily just to get through this World Cup tournament, and frankly, they only had to face teams that were several levels below the elite standard. That is just the cold reality, whereas Spain had to battle Belgium, Portugal, and France, facing incredibly strong squads, and they ended up totally crushing them, controlling those matches from the opening whistle to the very end. Sure, Argentina is a fiercely passionate team that always fights hard on the pitch, and they play with raw grit, so yes, they absolutely could have won. But the idea that there was zero chance of them losing is just pure delusion. Saying there was no way Argentina could lose is completely false. In fact, if you look at the stats, Spain was the clear favorite to lift the World Cup. Yeah, my partner kept telling me that I was completely out of my mind, but I just begged him to please support me. Because if Argentina won the championship, we would not just win a tournament, we would finally be able to build our very own house for our baby. Oh my God, please, do not ever bet out of desperation. Seriously, never gamble when you actually need the money. It is a massive mistake. If you do not believe me, just ask this woman. I have a baby who is only 1 year and 1 month old, almost 2. And honestly, that was the entire reason behind it. I was so incredibly stubborn, completely blinded by hope and totally convinced we were going to win that match, and because of that, I was going to build a house right away for my son. You get it. Look, I understand, but let me tell you, if you want to place a bet, I am nobody to tell you that you should not do it. But please, do not ever bet for these kinds of desperate reasons. It is a massive mistake and you will ruin your life. Only do it if you have extra cash to burn, money that you can actually afford to lose, but never ever gamble when you are desperately trying to survive. And no, it did not work out that way. I ended up losing everything. It is just a total coin toss. Now, honestly, I feel like killing myself. What am I supposed to do now? I am making this video after crying 10,000 times, but when I placed that bet, the only thing on my mind was getting my own house. I just desperately wanted a roof over our heads. Everyone just wants their own roof. Everybody wants to have a secure place to live. Everyone wants to improve their living conditions, and we all want to give our kids the absolute best start in life. We all share that dream of finally stopping paying rent once and for all. I mean, look at how many young people are struggling out there. More than 70% of adults under 34 have not even been able to move out of their parents' homes. So, dear God, having my own house was everything. And when I say they are not independent, I mean they do not even have the financial ability to pay rent, let alone buy a home. My partner is just a regular employee. I run a tiny neighborhood market, but there is no way on earth we could ever save up enough for a house. But anyway, the real reason I am making this video is to beg for some help, because honestly, I have absolutely no idea how I will survive this. You probably should have thought about that before throwing away a massive sum of money that you did not even have, practically borrowing funds just to gamble on a match. I honestly do not know how we will survive this. If 15,000 people could send me 10,000 pesos each, we would reach the 15 million I actually bet. Unbelievable. No way, man. Hey, how is it going? Seriously, that is absolutely terrible. The tarot readers were all claiming that Argentina would win, but it was obvious they would lose. If you watched France versus Spain, you could tell Spain was the best by far. So true, guys. Mbappe did not even get a sniff. Just more of the same. And what about Dembele? Where was Dembele in that match? We are talking about the absolute best forwards in the world, and they could not do a single thing. So, naturally, Argentina was also going to have a really tough time against them. I saw so many of those tarot readers predicting that Argentina was definitely going to win the World Cup. Absolutely unbelievable. This story has already been picked up by several news outlets, and it has even reached all the way to Asia. I actually found out about this case because people were talking about it right here where I live. Just imagine that it is truly wild. But anyway, I would love to hear what you guys think about this entire situation. Hopefully, this serves as a massive wake-up call and a valuable lesson for everyone. Let us learn from the mistakes of others so we do not repeat them. Ladies and gentlemen, see you next time. Yeah.